Well, we are keeping an eye on the slow reopening in our area, and up in Cowlitz County, officials are now delaying its application for phase 3 of reopening.
The area saw an uptick in positive coronavirus cases recently. So joining us live this morning to talk more about why they need more time is Dr. Steve Kruger, Cowlitz County's health officer. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. So what does Cowlitz County really need to do before it can go ahead and apply for phase 3 of reopening?
Yeah, so as you said, we saw a spike in cases after entering phase 2 in Washington, which allows some restaurants to reopen, allows some small groups of up to 5 people together. So that's been something we're keeping a close eye on. We'd like to see that number of cases, that rate of cases decrease. And yeah, we'd really like to see that slow down. The good news is that we haven't seen a spike in hospitalizations as well. So that's one factor that we're also keeping an eye on. We had a discussion yesterday with the Board of Health in Cowlitz County, and what we decided to do was to actually move forward with a modified phase 3 application. So looking at all the factors, we believe that it's safe to do a few parts of phase 3, but not the complete phase 3, if that makes sense.
Okay. Dr. Kruger, you touched on something that I think is important to maybe dig into just a little bit, the rising number of cases versus the number of hospitalizations. So talk about the difference in those two numbers and why that trend is promising for you.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the population that's being infected. So obviously, elderly people, those with chronic medical conditions, are more at risk for more severe complications of the virus, and they're more at risk to be hospitalized. And at least what we're seeing right now in Cowlitz County is not a large proportion of people are kind of in that high risk age group. That doesn't mean that could not change. You know, people intermix with different generations all the time. But at least Cowlitz County has done a pretty good job of protecting that vulnerable population. We have had no deaths, which is great. And we haven't had any outbreaks in long-term care facilities or anything like that.
Yeah, the no deaths is definitely good news. Do you know, though, I mean, what the source is for this increase that you saw? Was it just because some places did start to reopen?
Yeah, it seems to be a mixture of a lot of different factors. So we've had some cases from other counties associated with outbreaks. There's a workplace in Clark County that is close to the border of Cowlitz County that unfortunately had an outbreak, and we shared some cases with them. Otherwise, it's been a lot of household spread. So past cases that brought things home to their household. And a couple other kind of workplaces that we've noticed. So yes, there does seem to be an association with things kind of opening up. And a lot of it has to do with workplaces operating safely from what we can tell. So maintaining that 6 feet of distance while you're working, wearing masks as appropriate. Those sort of steps are really important as we go forward.
So you said you're taking this modified phase 3 approach now. What exactly is that application looking like, and how is the timeline looking for that?
Yes, so I think we hope to have that application submitted in the next day or two. It's going to be, let me pull up my notes. We're looking at kind of smaller groups than would be allowed in phase 3 in Washington. So instead of 50, we're looking at outdoor groups of up to 25, indoor gatherings of up to 10, and then allowing some government-facing services to open, customer-facing government services, that is, as well as libraries and museums.
Okay, and just your message to people who live there and any visitors as you guys await a full phase 3 opening?
Yeah, I mean, it's to remain diligent. This virus is still a threat. I ask people to continue to wash their hands, stay home if you're ill. If you have any concerning symptoms, please get tested as quickly as possible. That allows us to do our public health work. Wear masks when you are in kind of indoor closed spaces where it's harder to maintain that distance, and continue to keep your loved ones and the vulnerable population safe.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us this morning, Dr. Kruger. We appreciate the update, and I know we'll continue to watch the progress that you're making in Cowlitz County with reopening. Thanks again.
Thank you.
And if you need more information on what is open, what's closed for your area as well, our entire coverage area, you can find more at coin.com.
It can be kind of confusing because you never know from one
Everyone's
county
in a
to the
different
next.
spot now, yeah.